Flex Friday. Let's get after it. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Craig Bennett, aka Cash Cake, back with another NBA PrizePicks video. If you do not have a PrizePicks account, use that promo code CashCake and get 100% instant deposit match up to $100. Link is in the description below. Also, if you're out there in the sports books, the MLB model has absolutely been crushing since the start of the season. It went up 20 units yesterday, which is pretty insane. And I'm talking, we're using first five money line, first five run line, full game, no runs first inning. We have all those in that MLB model. So if you want to check that out, again, you can join the Patreon and the premium Discord and get access to that model. A lot of baseball games today, so if you want to check that out. But we'll talk about a little bit of basketball today. Should be 3 good games. We'll just jump right into it and talk about it. Let's get after it. All right, we got the PrizePicks desktop up here. Let's get after it and talk about it a little bit. First one we're going to talk about, it's already been bumped up, but it's a play that I still like. I think you can jump on it. Going back home here for Minnesota, Karl-Anthony Towns. We're going to go more than 9 rebounds. I know you can get it out there at 8.5 at a lot of spots. That's what it opened up at. There's a couple sites out there you can, but even at 9, I think you can get it here. Look, he's went over it his last 4 games, last 2 games against Denver. First one 10, second one 12. Only played around 30 minutes that first game. It was an absolute blowout. A little more competitive in the second game, 35 minutes. I think we're going to see more of that as well. We have Denver only favored by 2.5 here, so that's what Vegas is thinking as well. 223 over under. So yeah, Cat. The 8.5 rebounds was juiced massively at the over point at a minus 140. If you want to look at Rudy Gobert, his rebound numbers, I think, are sitting at like 11.5, and he had 13 that first one, only 8 in the second one. I just prefer to take Cat with Rudy Gobert going up against Jokic down there. I just prefer him, and again, it's panned out pretty well for us here. At 10 and 12 the last 2 games. So Karl-Anthony Towns over 9 rebounds. But again, you can get at some of those other books at 8.5. Next one, we're going to jump out 2 plays that I talked about earlier this morning, but I want to talk about them here for the people that are just sitting at PrizePicks. Again, games going back, shifting back a little bit. We saw it with Golden State yesterday. They were down 2 games. We saw Steph Curry come and just torch them and get them back on here. But going back here for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson, 23.5 points is, I think, where I want to land on him. It's juiced up around minus 125, minus 130. Again, he hit it the first game at 27. Second one came short. Played more minutes, just didn't shoot very well. 29% from the field, 1 from 8 from 3. I think he will shoot a little bit better here. Last game at home he had against Washington, he put up 27. And I think we're going to see double-digit shots out of him, right? RJ Barrett's been struggling all series, so this is Brunson. This is time to shine. Again, he cleared in that first game in foul trouble, and then you're going to take it where he just shot poorly and just almost cleared it at 20. I think we see 25 plus out of him here. I'd be perfectly fine taking this up to 24 and a half, because I think we do see 25 out of him. Saw 17 field goal attempts again that second game, 24 the first one. And he got to the line 9 times last game, so that's something you love to see, getting to the line. Just he's got to hit those threes, and I think it's going to come going back home, having this game shift with that crowd. Just nothing beats those playoff crowds at all. So gotta love that. Jalen Brunson, again, 23.5 points. Let me show you that model a little bit. I talked about, there's a tweet I put out this morning. Again, that MLB model is up 88 units for the season. Went up almost 21 units yesterday. Absolutely just on fire. And it's been great, man. I've been on that thing. It'll tell you what to play, what to lean, what to stay away from. So it's pretty nice. So if you want to get in there and have some questions about it, again, join the Discord, free Discord. Come in there, ask us some questions, can kind of talk about it a little bit. But it's been awesome if you're on the sports books. Check it out. Last play here is, again, going to be my favorite basically for me all day long. I've loved this yesterday, put it out there, love it today. And I'm going to talk about Derek White, and I like the points and rebounds here. And I'm not going to get away from this. He's put up 5 and 7 rebounds in the first 2 games against Atlanta. Does a little bit of everything. Plays a ton of minutes. 39 minutes, 38 and a half that first game. 33, almost 34 minutes that second game. Does a little bit of everything for him. Put up 24 and 26 points. So even if you wanted to go the points, I'm fine with that. He's shooting 13 and 16 times, shooting the ball really well. 54% first game, shot 69% that second game, hitting some threes, getting to the line. He's just awesome. And, we've won quite a bit of money playing Derek White throughout the season. And I think you can continue to play him here. So I do like the points and rebounds a little bit more because, again, he gets those rebounds, gets some points. So that 20 and a half is what I'm looking at. That's what I love for him. I looked at the free throw model. I know we've talked about it, and it's done really well. There's nothing I absolutely love right now looking at it. Now, it's pointing at a couple plays that I just don't love. So I don't think I'm going to throw any of them out there, but it's been great all playoffs. I had a couple games where it's going to miss when you have any blowouts, which we've had a couple of those in these playoff series. I think this game is going to be more competitive than some of the other ones. I know the second game in Atlanta was a little bit more competitive, but going back into Atlanta, it should help them out a little bit. And again, I tend to like to take the Stars on the road, but I think Derek White, he's proved it all year what he can get done, and I do like him here. There's one more that I was kind of looking at. I will mention, but it did get juiced up. I mean, it did change a little bit. It did get bumped. So I don't love it as much. And it was Jason Tatum's rebounds and assists of 14. I like it at 13 and a half better, and you can get it out there at some of the other books at 13 and a half. So I don't know if I want to take it here. He's had 13 and 16 rebounds and assists the last 2 games. It's juiced over on the 13 and a half number at minus 135, minus 140 some of the books. He's continuing. He played 40 minutes in both games. We're going to see monster minutes out of him again. If Atlanta keeps this close, you got to love this line. So if it's something just to throw out there, if you want to look at that, I don't mind, if you want to take a shot at that number. He had 11 and 10 rebounds the first 2 games, and then he had 2 and 6 assists those games. So I guess that does a little bit of everything there. And it's something you want to look at. Free throw line, though, 6 free throws made. He's only had 2 free throw attempts and 0 the first 2 games. So if that's something you want to look at as well, you can look at maybe taking under free throws. It's not on the model or anything. It's just something I noticed when I was looking at things. So that's what we're kind of looking at. Again, not a massive board that's up there. A lot of baseball. Again, if you're out there in sportsbooks, want to check out that MLB model. It's like I said, it's basically printing, especially that MLB, the first 5. That's one of my favorite MLB first 5. You don't have to worry about the bullpens and a push. If it's tied, you get a push. It's just one of my favorite bets that are out there. So with that, again, appreciate you guys. Enjoy your Friday, Flex Friday. And like always, I'll see you guys on the flip side. Deuces.